Hello everyone and welcome to episode 5 of the Village and Pillage Let's Play. This is JadedDragQueen and of course a new skin. But this time a new skin because of an event that happened that you've just witnessed. Yes. My first death. Dun dun dun. So now that I've had my first death on this this series, I'm gonna be taking a little bit more care to not get myself killed again. I went headlong into a bunch of drowned and got my rear end handed to me. So yes, I'm going to try to be more careful in the near future. But I think every time that I die, I'm going to change my skin. I'm not going to be changing skins as often as I have been. So every time I die, new skin. All right. So there's a few things to do with this episode. So I'm going to be back, or you'll be brought back to me with the actual menu stuff down at the bottom. But I'm going to go over some of the things that have happened most recently. Some updates with a few items because I've been busy. So here we go. It looks as though I have some company. A couple of untamed llamas are trying to get in. Come on. Come on. Come on. But look, you're letting out the heat. Come on. I don't think they can come in. Alright. Alright, so first things first on my tour, as you can probably tell, there's some fast changes that have happened. Hello. Hi. Don't smother me. So there's a few items that have been changed. So I have built a well. I have built a couple of farms. So over here we have beets or beetroot. We have wheat. Why are you following me? Do not trample my garden. You. How rude. Anyway. So we have the beetroot, we have, wow, I've lost my train of thought. We have beetroot, we have wheat, and yes, if you can see through the little tiny crack there, there is a block of water that runs through there, so that actually will provide water to the plants there. I have a few sugarcane. Over here we've got pumpkin and watermelon. I need to put up signs for it. And a spider is over at my carrot patch. I'm still waiting for, or still trying to find potatoes so I can plant those here. But this is the biggest addition that I've made to this area so far. The well for my water source, which also provides a nice little quick area for getting water for kind of no matter where I'm at. I have done some digging. So I've made a mess over here, which I'm going to have to clean up at some point, but I've dug out, this is where I was like mining for diorite and andesite for the quote-unquote mineshaft I was making. But the biggest and bestest thing after 3 episodes, I am fully finished with the tunnel, aka the mine, or mineshaft, aka tunnel. So here we are, andesite on the floor, diorite through the spaces, cobblestone for the pillars, and birch wood for the ceiling. And I've got some places to fill in, as you can see. But that's going to be the next project to keep up with, is actually putting diorite in the walls. But for the most part, everything is pretty much all set. I've got a few things to finish up, but very minor details. The roof, waiting for that to kind of finish growing, but I'm going to have the grass on the top. I may extend that out a little bit further so it's not so flat. But yeah, it's a nice little area to get from A to B, from my base to the village. So I think that's a nice start for now. I haven't started on an actual mineshaft, or wait, have I? So let me get back to there, and I'll show you the mineshaft that I have started. Alright, so this necessarily isn't my mineshaft. This is my main base, which I've been working out of. My furnace, my bed, chest, and workbench here. And of course, everyone probably recognizes the smoker, blast furnace, my stone cutter, and another chest for all of my blocks. So all of the dirt blocks, wood blocks, dirt, gravel, that kind of thing. A spare room, which I'm not sure what I'm actually going to use that for currently, but I'm sure I'll find a use for it. This long corridor, which I had kind of hollowed out, mainly for the sheer fact that I wanted to be able to get to the other side of the area without having to go all the way around. A nice little divot from where I was mining a bunch of coal. Got a nice little view out there. You can see the Pillager Tower, which I should be going after shortly. I think I'm gonna have to at least fix my sword because that looks a little bit more worn from wear. And then we get out here, which takes me to where all the trees are. So a quick kind of jaunt from one end of my base to the other. I think that's going to be quite helpful and handy, especially where all the trees are right over here and over on the back end here. So that's kind of been one thing that I've been working on too. That was something I completed right before I had before I got killed by the drowned. But I had mentioned that I had been possibly working on a mineshaft. And here it is. So I've got this nice little area that I have dug out, and where I'm like right near the middle of the mountain, I figured I'd just run with it. And so now I'm digging down, and this is about as far as I've gone so far. But already that's probably further than the actual tunnel that leads to the villages. And that's using the same type of pattern. So instead of two sections where it's 3 blocks by 3 blocks, I have this one 5 by 5 area, one platform that's 3 by 3, and then the rest are 3 by 2. And of course lit all the way up. And nothing fancy for a design or anything just yet. I may work on an actual design to make it a little bit, you know, pleasant to look at rather than just stone and dirt and whatever else is there, like the diorite and andesite, gravel, you name it. That's kind of going to be my next project, working on that so that I'll be able to do some mining sessions and build up some resources. That llama is just so intent on trying to get in. Well, his buddy is no more, so I don't know why he'd be trying to, considering I was the one that was like the one that did in his buddy from killing my beetroots. But don't spit at me. Don't spit at me. So yeah, that's pretty much what I've got done right now. I may go and do a little more exploring, but that makes me nervous. I'm gonna have to do something about my my crops and actually put in like fencing or something just to keep all the animals out. I think that's something I'm gonna have to kind of design and figure out what I want to actually do. But that's it for now. In just a second we'll be back with more. Alright, so I have my blast furnace and my smoker going. I'm cooking some meat. And then in my blast furnace... Oh, I was cooking meat. That's right. Okay, I did take it out already from the smoker. It was just still going. But I'm making some ice using... ice. I'm making glass using sand and the blast furnace. It's actually... the blast furnace does really, really well. It's making the glass pretty quickly. So that's one thing. The blast furnace will definitely make the glass. It'll definitely do the ores. So smelting ores into ingots. This llama's butt is in my door. And hi there. So if he can come through the door like that, he must be able to come inside. Okay, it must be above. Crap. Never trust a llama. That's the last time I'm going to trust a llama. Okay, clearly I definitely need some more protective insurances for my place, because that was, yeah. Especially where I couldn't get myself back into the building. Yeah. Yeah, definitely need to find a way to make this a little more, a little more explosive friendly. Probably if I actually had, maybe if I had, like, had this as stone or something, it probably wouldn't have been as bad. However, that was a little too close for comfort. If I had been any closer, that would have been my entire opening of my doorway. That would have been a pain to try and put back together. So, I think I am going to do some figuring as to how I'm going to make this a little more safer. Alright, so I'm going to take a few moments and I'm going to do about an hour's worth of mining, since I have the mine shaft that's up and running a little ways away. Basically kind of clearing that out and getting ready to make branches off of it, and see what I come up with, or see what I can find. So in the meantime, I'll probably do some chit-chatting and see what's going on with the commentaries. Leave some comments if you want me to answer anything specific for next video, and I will try and answer those questions as best I can. So let's get on. Alright, so here we are after the mining session. I actually come up with some pretty decent amount of stuff. Mainly just coal, a few bits of redstone, and I definitely got a few blocks of iron. Not a whole lot, but at least a start to help me out. I did create a iron pickaxe just so that I can better get all the different resources that are down there. I did manage to come across a few gold blocks, which I managed to salvage, which was awesome. Don't really use gold much, but it does come in handy for making different things like a clock. And there's a few other recipes like making the golden apples, which I'll be dabbling a bit in this series. Probably showing like how to make them, what they're used for, and probably actually starting to really incorporate them in my gameplay as much as I can. So anyway, that was the kind of like surmising what happened in my quick mining session that took me a little over an hour, but is not an hour on here thanks to the wonders of editing. Yay! So so next up I will I'll be figuring out what I'm going to be doing next. I want to just go over a recap of what my mining session was, and then oh yeah, the room that I'm in. This is now my bedroom. It's that spare room that I didn't know what I was going to do. So I've now finally made a decision. I'm going to actually use this for my character's bed chamber to put the bed in. It seems to be kind of out of the way, away from the outskirts of the mountain, so I figured at least having this sort of in more, it's going to be less chances of the pop-up saying, oh, there's monsters nearby, you can't sleep. So kind of making it so that I don't have to worry about worrying if there's monsters nearby in order for me to be able to sleep. So time progression, yay! So okay, I'll figure out what I'm doing next. I mean, there's definitely stuff to do, so gonna go over my priorities, and probably when I'm working on my next project I will be back. Alright, so it looks like I have a visitor out there, a skeleton archer. Nay, don't shoot me, I'm attacking you. Yes, so I have done a few other stuff. I'm not sure if I covered this in the last section or at all in this video, but yeah, I've decorated the area a little bit. I know I talked about the plants, but I've now incorporated a step area, walkway, which leads down towards the cavern and heading in the direction of the Pillager Tower. I will go over this a little bit more, but for right now there's other stuff I want to show you, such as if you look up, there is a window, and even over here, of course I had to make it pretty for the outside. Let's see if I can get a decent, there we go. So now it actually looks like a house, to be honest. A house that's built into the side of a rock wall, which I may transform. I'm not sure. That's something that I'm gonna really think about. But yeah, I've kind of made a nice little home here. Something that started out as kind of just being a temporary home, temporary issue. I was going to just leave this as my temporary space. I may end up getting something a little more permanent, but for right now, this will do just nicely. Oh, there's a bunch of coal there. That's probably what I was digging up over here. So there's that. I was gonna definitely make some changes. I'm gonna have to figure out where this section is, because I know where that section is. So there's that. And of course I had to make it beautiful. It's not going to look beautiful in here, so there's going to be some like birch wood on this side, but it's basically just to cover up like all the areas, just to make it look like like this is completely in behind the dirt. But yeah, it's a nice little area. So I have this room which has like a bunch of different windows. This one looks above the it's right above where I have the pumpkin and the watermelon. This is just on the other side, looking at the top of the hill here, or the little mini mountain. Yeah, more like a hill, I guess. And then this area is just kind of like a long corridor area that I was working on. I may end up... Oh, that's right, I was going to try and stretch this room out, but that's where it leads. So this is like directly above. So, okay, this area right here is where the doorway is. This is like right above the doorway. And then in this direction, this is where that corridor leads. And as you can see, I think for the most part, it's 2 blocks above the hallway down there. So I really wouldn't be able to like dig out that top part to make another hallway like this, because I think there's 2 blocks up from there, and then I'll be hitting the top. Well, I'll be hitting the top layer of the either the stone or the dirt. More likely it's dirt, because I think the dirt's covers most of that up there. But yeah. And this is what it looks like on the outside. I tried to make it as even as possible. Or at least make it look so it's kind of uniform. So there, nice little like window out. And I did demo some of the stone that was here to make this a little bit wider, because I think that was originally able to do just the 2 here, 2 or 3, and then it was like a bunch of blocks that was in the way. So just to give a little bit more of a clearer path, I demoed that. I may actually demo a little more just to make sure that it's a little more even. That way it kind of folds outward or fans outward. I think that would be nice. Terraforming. I'm not really good at terraforming. Not really. I like that. I like that. But in theory, yes. This is okay. So right here is where the floor and the roof of the cavern is, or this little hallway that goes right across. Wow, that is... Next, it's right here. Right here. Okay, so there's at least 2 blocks. Because that's the block directly above, and then there's this one, and then I'd be hitting the daylight. Alright, so that's pretty much... Ooh, shiny. So that's the majority of what I've been working on. Been working on the mining area, which you've probably already seen that clip of me doing a mining session. But yeah, that's pretty much the update for what I've gotten so far. I haven't been doing much, but there are some things planned for future events. So I'm going to speak on them. So I'm going to have a visitor coming into my I wanted to say stream, but that's because I'm used to streaming with this person. I'm going to have a visitor coming, and he'll be joining me on Minecraft. So I'll have a special guest here some point soon. Yay! That's always good. It's always fun. I'm going to come up with a special build just for that person, and I'm going to try and plan that out. So in between now and the video in which they show up, I'm not sure when, but yeah, we're definitely planning on having a guest person on the show, on this series. And I think there's a couple other people that I want to try and get in the series, but I will have to chat with them and see if they're game. So until then, I am off. I will see you all in the next video. If you are enjoying what you are seeing, if you are enjoying the Minecraft series and want to continue, at least want me to continue it out longer than I already have planned for, hit that like button, hit the subscribe button right down in the Nope, nope, don't dig, don't dig. Hit the like and subscribe button in the comment. Like and subscribe in the comment section. Leave a comment. Let me know what you like, what you want to see happen, or if you have any ideas, advice, tips, tricks. Just let me know. I enjoy reading all the comments, so if you have any comments, definitely add them. I will read them. Probably would incorporate them in my other episodes. So keep posted. Keep liking and commenting, and I will definitely try to incorporate a lot of your ideas, especially where I'm really bad at redstone. So if you have any redstone advice, I want to hear it, definitely. And if you want me to do any contraptions, I'll probably do some research on some contraptions, considering I have quite a bit of redstone, I think. Let's see, I've got 9 here, and in my last excursion down into the cavern that I've built for a mine. Yes, I know there's a kind of like a cavernous mine thing down there. Oh, I have it on me. And I didn't even realize it. Okay. Oh, there's the gold. So I've got 41, so about 50 redstone. I've got, yeah, about 50 redstone. Grab the iron that I had smelted. Throw in the gold. So I've got a decent amount of redstone for starters. So if you have any ideas, let me know. And I will catch y'all in the next episode. Later, dudes.